Hi, my name is Anita and this is YOH Crochet. Thank you for tuning in today. Today is Sunday, July 31st, and I am going to be discussing things that I have learned from doing my very first event where I have a table and I am trying to sell crochet items. Okay, so I have a coworker. She likes to diamond paint a lot, and she had told me once, she had mentioned that she had tried doing a craft show before to try to sell some of her diamond painting, her finished ones, because she really enjoys doing it, but she doesn't, they're accumulating and she has no place to put them because she couldn't possibly hang them all up in her house. She couldn't possibly frame them and have the wall space to hang everything up. So she's tried to sell them at craft shows before, and I told her that, well, if you ever want to do one again, let me know and I'll come with you, and I can watch your stuff if you need to go take a bathroom break, and you can watch my stuff if I need to go, because I don't have anyone. I've always wanted to try, but I don't really have anyone that's interested in doing this with me. So she told me a week ago that she was going to um, sell some stuff at a farmer's market, and I thought that was weird. I'm like, a farmer's market? I thought they typically sold like produce and, maybe baked items, more like food stuff, not crafty stuff. But I'm like, okay, whatever. We'll try it, doesn't hurt to try. And so it's an hour away. We had to be there between 6 and 7 to set up, and then it opened up to the public at 8. So I had to get up like at quarter to 5, and I had to work the night before, and I probably didn't get to sleep till between 1:30 and 2 a.m. Very little sleep. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, unavoidable. It's gonna happen. I work, you know. So anyway, so this place, we get there and it turns out it's a flea market, which is okay, but it was not ideal. Um, I your definition of a flea market is, an outdoor uh, event with vendors and stuff, and they sell secondhand goods, and people expect the prices to be low. So if you're wanting to charge, a fair price for your crochet items or your handmade crafted items, it's not really going to go over the greatest. I mean, it wasn't a complete fail. I mean, they supplied the tables, so it was nice. We didn't have to bring our own tables in. It was $20 to occupy one table. We were going to share a table, but I got there, I saw the table. I'm like, that's going to be far too small for both of us. So we just grabbed, two tables that were next to each other, and tried to pick a shady spot, because I had Miko and I didn't want him out in the sun a whole lot, because it was going to be like a high of like low 80s, and he's got all that fur and he's mostly black. I didn't want him to get overheated. And so, we grabbed the two tables. I mean, I did. I made the, I made the money back for the cost of the table, and then I made probably $35 more. So I came, profit of $35. I just don't think it was good that I did it and I went to see, and I had the experience, but I don't know that $35 was really worth sitting out there all that time. I mean, when people were coming, it was kind of fun, but I mean, most of the people came like late morning, and then after that, it was kind of boring because nobody was really walking through anymore. Nobody was looking, asking questions. Nobody was really showing an interest. So, things that I have learned from this experience, you got to look at everything as a learning experience, right? So, if I want to do a place like this. I mean, it's completely possible. I can't bring things. I don't think I can bring anything that's more than priced more than $20. And even 20 is pushing it. I sold one item at $20. It was an amigurumi. I don't know. For people who've been here a while, you might remember the avocado cat. So I sold that at 20, and I had most of the things that I sold were some items that I had priced at $5. And really, I probably should have had them at 10, but there was a big gap in my prices. I had a big basket, a smaller basket, and like this shallow clear plastic bowl kind of thing. And it didn't have another container because I had a basket that had $30 Amis in, which none of those sold. A lot of people looked at them and said they were cute, but nobody bought any of them. And then I had another basket that was a $20 price point and had all my $20 Amis in there. And then I had another container, and that's where I had my I had some Pokeballs and Squidlets. I'll show you. I have the tote right here, but I had these priced at $3 or 2 for 5, and these are what sold the most. I mean, I had a whole bunch of these made up because there is a local craft store not very far away from me. It's only a few blocks away from me, and every December they do this thing where people just drop off their crafted items, and as long as everything is individually priced, they'll set it out in their store for the weekend and they will sell it for you. So you don't have to be present to sell your stuff. And I had a whole bunch of these made up because I've tried doing it twice now. I skipped last year, but I did it the 2 years before, and I was trying to sell them there or have them sold there, but they weren't moving at all. I think that people were typically looking for more Christmas themed items at that particular location, and I think the clientele that goes in is maybe a little bit older, and Pokeballs just aren't their thing. But I thought maybe, grandmas might have grandkids, like, oh, my grandkid would really like this, but no. So anyway, I had a whole bunch of that left over, so I brought those. My point being is I needed, oh, and then I did have a bucket for $5 things. I really needed to have another container for the $10 price point because it went $3 or 2 for 5 to 5, and then it jumped all the way up to 20 and then to 30. I think I really needed one more price point in there, and I needed to not sell the $30 stuff, not even try to sell the $30 stuff. Okay, long rant. That being said, the things that did sell were, like I said, the Pokeballs and the Squidlet, the 2 for 3 items. I sold, I think, 3 items at the $5 price point, 1 item at the $20 price point. Yeah, I don't know how many Pokeballs and Squidlets. I have it written down. I just don't have it right by me. But yeah, so. And then a lot of the vendors were saying that it was usually more busy than it was the day that we went. Like it was. Did I say the hours? I tried recording this once before, but it got cut off, so I'm redoing it. So if I have not said, setup was between 6 and 7 a.m. and the doors opened at 8, and then it ran till 4 o'clock p.m. I mean, it was so dead. Most of the business that came in was late morning, like 10, 11 a.m. And after that, it was really boring because there was nobody walking through. And then the person that I was with, it was nice that the tables weren't super close together, so people weren't stacked up on top of each other, but the table was still kind of far enough away where I kind of had to speak loudly for her to hear me. So unless I got up and left my table and walked over to her, I couldn't really have a conversation with her. You know what I mean? It kind of felt like we were both in our own little worlds. So it was kind of boring. There wasn't really anyone to converse with. So yeah, I mean, and vendors were starting to pack up and leave like as early as 1 p.m. and the thing ran till 4, and they were leaving because it was dead. There was hardly anyone there anymore. So I think we packed up around 2:30, 2:30, and we left. But I mean, it was still good that I went. It was, still good to see. It's a learning experience. Most of the customers that actually bought things were kids. I'm not talking like, I'm talking kids probably between the ages of 9 and 15. The boys grabbed the Pokeballs. The boys also thought Deadpool, because I had a Deadpool in there. They thought the Deadpool was really cool. The Mario mushrooms the boys thought were really cool. But again, they kind of passed over that stuff because those were $20 items and they just weren't into it. Um, the girls, um, mostly the squidlets, and that's where all the $5 items were um, snagged up, was by the girls, like the preteen, teenage girls. This one girl was so sweet. She came in with the first group of girls that came in that bought stuff. She came back 2 times by herself and bought some squidlets. She bought, I think, a $5 thing the first time, and then I think she bought a squidlet the next time, and then I gave her another one for free because I thought it was so cool that she came back like multiple times. And then she came back one final time, not to buy anything, but to say thank you and goodbye to me. And she wanted to say goodbye to Miko because I had Miko with. So I thought that was really cool. Um, what else did I learn? Yeah, the only thing that sold were amigurumis because, like I said, it was all kids that bought stuff. I brought these mesh beach bags. I had a bunch of those made up. I brought a few baby blankets, a shawl. I brought a bunch of some other bags. I bought the soap bags. The soap bags I had a bunch made. Again, I was trying to sell them at that craft store, but I have not sold a one of those. I think I'm gonna end up frogging all those and reusing that cotton yarn for something else. Um, I think maybe the bags didn't go because I just had them on the table, laying flat on the table. I think I need to find a better way, something where I can hang them from to display them better. So basically, if I want to do this flea market again, I think I need to find more things to make where I can put in the 2 for 3 price point or the $5 price point. Get a $10 price point in there and less of the $20 items, and completely leave all the bigger Amis at home. So yeah, that's all I got for this video. I can't really think of anything else I need to add or I would like to add. I don't know. What are your ideas for displaying, like if I want to do an actual craft show? Any ideas for making something? I don't want to go out and purchase anything, just some makeshift thing I can do to hang bags. I was thinking maybe if I wouldn't want to put it on their actual tables or anything, but the command hooks. Like if I brought my own table in, stick the command hooks like along the front of the table, and then I could have hooks to hang bags on. I can't think of anything else. I don't want to like go out and try to find like, I know some people use like the coat tree, the thing, the long cylinder in the middle, the long rod in the middle, and then they have the coming off, like other like out, and but I can't find anything like that in the stores, like a coat tree thing. I can't. So if you guys have any ideas, because I would like to talk her into doing an actual craft show instead, because I think she would do better too, because she just broke even. She just made the cost of her table. She didn't make a profit. And she only broke even. She broke even because I bought her last, you know, I bought something for her, from her, to get her to her even. But yeah, she said she didn't really care, you know, but I mean, it'd be nice to at least break even, you know, to make it worth your time sitting out there for all those hours. I don't know. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to check out Nancy from She's Got Yarn, because she is going to be hosting Amigurumi Wars for August. Thank you everyone for watching, and I really hope to get a finished object video up for you soon, because I've got a lot to show you. I haven't done a finished object video in quite a while, so hopefully that one won't be too lengthy. So anyway, thanks again, guys. Happy Sunday. I'll talk to you later. Bye.